guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be really exciting for me because it is the first video of a series of videos that I am doing on a topic that I am so excited about, and that topic is Howard Homecoming. Yes, this video, if you didn't check the title, is all about Howard Homecoming. It is the intro video to, of course, a series that I will be doing, planning to go to Howard Homecoming for this month. I will be talking about fashions and hair and events and everything in between. And so if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to subscribe so that you will not miss any of the videos that I'm posting, any of the information that I'm giving. And let's get started. Yes, so this video in particular is all about my preparation and planning for Howard Homecoming, and to introduce you guys to some of the events and things that are going on at Homecoming for the 2018 Homecoming season at Howard. So this video is going to be really informative about how to plan to go specifically to Howard Homecoming, but it can also be used to go to other college homecomings. So make sure you pay attention, take some notes, get ready, because this will definitely help you if you're interested in going to Howard Homecoming this year or any year from here on out. So first things first, let's start with the planning of the trip. All right, so I graduated from Howard in 2012. So last year was actually my 5-year reunion, and I did not go. Sorry. But my cousin asked me if I went to Howard, and I was like, girl, yeah. And she was like, can I go to Homecoming with you one year? I've heard it's real lit. I want to go. Can we go? Can we do this? And I said, okay, we can't go this year, which was last year, but we can go this year, being 2018. I said, you got to be serious because you got to start everything early. And so she was like, yeah. So I'm a part of a group chat that got the football schedule very early, and we were able to decipher on the football schedule when Homecoming was going to be. I let her know back in March. March is when we started planning this, guys. You have to start planning early. And I said, hey, are you still interested in going? Are we doing this? What are we doing? And she was like, yeah. I said, well, let me call a friend and see if maybe I can get a little group. I called another friend of mine who went to Howard with me, and I said, hey, would you be interested in, going with us as a group or whatever to Howard Homecoming? She was like, yeah, I haven't been back. Would be great to go. So that is how we started this whole journey to going to Howard Homecoming for 2018. So as I stated, first things first, planning is so important, especially when you're going to a homecoming of this magnitude. Howard is a really big deal. The homecoming is just a great time, but it's a lot, especially when you're traveling from other places and you have, one friend may live there, one friend may live there. When it comes to money, time management, and just planning overall. Last minute stuff can get done, but it's not always the best thing that can come out of it. So number one thing is to plan, and to do it early. So first things first. The first thing that we did when we all agreed that we were going to go is to look into where we were going to stay. That is very important. Now, usually me and my friend who went to Howard, we would probably hit up people that we know and be like, hey, what you doing? Oh, y'all, you stay there? You still live in DC? Can I crash on your couch? Like, you would find a friend or, somebody that you know that lives in DC and see if you could just stay with them for the little 3 or 4 days that you were going to be there for Homecoming, and that would be an expense cut from having to pay for a place to stay. But since my cousin is going, I didn't really want to inconvenience any of my friends or anyone else, so we started looking into places to stay. Now, Homecoming is a staple. So the airlines know what's up, and the hotels know what's up, and the clubs know what's up. Everybody knows what's up. They know they are in the know. So the prices are going to reflect them being in the know. So the earlier that you can get whatever the schedule is for whatever school you want to go to and figure out their football schedule to figure out when their homecoming is going to be, the better. Because once everybody else get it, or once the hotels get it, once the airlines get it, that's it for you. So we looked into hotels. Hotels was crazy. They were really expensive. And the area that Howard is in, there isn't really a lot of hotels that are really close. So the next thing was Airbnb, which is such a saver now because they didn't have Airbnb when I went to Howard. So Airbnb was a great alternative. We found a house that was reasonably priced because not a lot of people on Airbnb know about the different things that are going on in the city unless they're really in the know, especially that early on, back in March. We found this back in March. Homecoming's not until October. So we were on it. So not even the person who was running the house knew what we were doing. So we got the house for a very reasonable rate. We're going to be staying there from Friday until Monday. So check in Friday, check out Monday. And we're going to split the Airbnb amongst the 3 of us. great thing to do. Now, you can also very well get a hotel because, of course, the geographics of other schools and other cities are different, but it would be advised, if you want to save a point or two and stay somewhere nice, to get a 2-bedroom hotel room and split the cost evenly, or maybe get more people. You didn't hear that from me. And split the cost evenly so that you all can have somewhere to stay, have somewhere to get ready, have somewhere to go back to, because homecoming can be exhausting and you don't always want to have to be just stuck out somewhere trying to figure out where you're gonna stay, or wait until your friend go back to their hotel or their room and you crashing at their place and they man there. You don't want to always do that. So if you do opt into getting your own place or getting a group of friends to get together to go to Howard Homecoming, the best thing that you can possibly do is to, one, start early, look into the hotels, look into the Airbnbs, ask your friends, and see what's the best alternative for you for your living space for your homecoming adventure. So you have two options when you're flying into DC for airlines. You have BWI, which is Baltimore Washington International, and then you have DCA, which is the direct DC airline. I chose to fly into Baltimore, Washington because I'm really familiar with the area and I know how to catch the shuttle bus that's going to take me to the Greenbelt DC Metro station, and then from there go to the Howard University stop on the Green Line. If you're not really familiar with that, I don't know if I would recommend it unless you could get some help. It is a cheaper option sometimes, but it might be easier to fly into DCA and then go straight from there, because a Uber from BWI to DC is around $50 to $40. It is cheaper to take the little shuttle and take the train, but if you don't have to do that, then it's really good to fly into DCA and just go from there. You also have other options like, of course, Super Shuttle, and you could also take the actual Amtrak, but those can get a little bit more expensive. So just be wary and look at your options when you decide which airport to fly into when you decide you want to go to Howard's Homecoming. Now that your planning is done, you have your place you're going to stay, you have your transportation, and you are ready to go to Howard Homecoming. The one thing you need to remember is that things do cost. DC has gone through a lot of gentrification, so it is a little bit more expensive there for food and things. And also, some of the parties and events that you're going to want to go to when you're at Howard Homecoming are going to cost. So you need to keep those costs in mind when you decide that you want to go to DC, period, or when you want to go to DC for homecoming. Specifically, there are free events for Howard Homecoming, and there are paid events that you do have to pay for. So let's get into talking about some of the events that you can go to while you're there. First, start talking about some of the Howard sponsored events. They're not all free, some of them are paid, but we're going to talk about the Howard events before we talk about the outside parties. So the first thing that's going to take place on Thursday is going to be the fashion show. Fashion show is a really fun event. I never went when I was in school. We used to have two because it was so popular. Now they've condensed it to one. But the fashion show will be taking place October the 25th, which is a Thursday. So check that out if you're interested and you're there. Another event that is Howard sponsored, that's through the university, on Friday is the first day of Yard Fest, which is a big party where people be able to get together on the yard, see their old friends, see their old professors, say what's up, and really enjoy and getting food, and basically just congregating together and mingling. Another event that is through the university is the Greek Step Show. It's also going to take place on Friday. It's going to take place in the gymnasium, and it is something that you have to pay to go to. So if you're Greek and you want to go to that is going to be taking place on Friday, which is October the 26th. On Saturday is when the big events take place. It's going to be Yard Fest 2, which is usually when a lot of the performers come, especially a lot of the big name performers. Some performers come for Yard Fest 1 as well, but really the big performers come out for Yard Fest 2 on Saturday. It's also the same day as the parade. It's also the same day as the game. It's also the same day as the tailgate. So all of that is happening through the university on Saturday. Yard Fest 1 and Yard Fest 2 are free to go to. You just walk up to the yard. One year they had a little wristband situation. It got ugly. I don't think they're doing that anymore. The tailgate, they got food. Of course, you have to pay for it with their respective booths, but that will also be taking place on Saturday. And then, of course, you have the game, which I think is still free to students. And I think if you're interested in that, you can pay to go to see it. And of course, the parade that takes place where you can see the Howard Band and the dances and everything like that. That is going to take place on Saturday. On Sunday, they're having a brunch. It is paid for. There's a whole bunch of brunches that are taking place on Sunday, but I think there's one specifically through Howard University. It is paid, and I think it's a jazz brunch that you have to pay for. It's a coin, but if you're interested in something like that, there's also that on Sunday, and that rounds out the events that are sponsored through Howard for Howard Homecoming. Let's get to the parties though. I'm not really sure about the parties that are taking place on Thursday. I'm sure if you want to check those out, all you have to do is go to Eventbrite and type in Howard Homecoming and you can get a better idea of that. But let's talk about the parties from Friday until Sunday. Now, my advice for the parties is if you want to go to these parties, you need to get in on the ground floor, which means you need to get those early bird tickets. Early bird tickets are always a lot less cheaper than the tickets leading up to the event. The best way to do this is to do your research. Research the parties that happened the year before. Research the street teams and the promo teams who put on those parties last year. Follow them on social media, sign up to their mailing list, look into their Eventbrite, and see when they are dropping their tickets. The tickets are usually dropped around the time that the freshmen move in, so around August, sometimes a little later, sometimes a little bit before, but definitely do that if you're interested in going to a certain party and you want to not have to spend an arm and a leg to go for a general admission. Same thing with tables. Get your group together early so that you can know what party you're going to, y'all can get y'all money together, and y'all can go. So, the first parties that are going to be paid for that are taking place on Friday is definitely the 1,000 Bottles Party. 1,000 Bottles Party is an open bar party. It's been going on for quite some time. It's a really big deal. It's kind of expensive to go the later it gets. So right now, I think they still have tickets if I'm not mistaken. So look into that for your Friday move at night. Another night party is going to be the Privilege Party. They have 2 hours open bar. The tickets are kind of reasonably priced. Right now, they still do have tickets available. So if that's something you want to go to, definitely check that out. And the next party is the Houston, Atlanta, Vegas Party. The tickets are around $30, around the $30 to $40 mark. Not that expensive. It's been going on for about 6 years. If you can't get into 1,000 Bottles and Privilege, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas is always a great option. So those are for your party at night. And I will make sure that I link all of the either flyers or the links to the Eventbrite pages for these parties in the description box so that you can see them and you can go look into them. Also on Friday, during the daytime, there's a ditch day party that's taking place from about 11 to 5. You can go to that. That would also be like a great thing to do for you to just kind of, if you don't want to go to the first day of the tailgate. That ditch day party, there are some tickets available. I think it's around $20, $24 right now. Definitely check that out. Also, they're having an HU bar crawl. If your coins is really tight and you want to do that and just do something low key where you don't have to get dressed up, you can look into that as well for your Friday move. All right, so let's talk about for Saturday. For Saturday, you got the tailgate, all that stuff going on. So Saturday sometimes it's really hard because if you done drank really hard at the tailgate and turned up and all the other kind of stuff, it might be really hard for you to go out that night. But if you're able to, there is a masquerade ball that is a reunion for the class of 2008, and it's going to be a special guest with Laz Alonso. So if you're interested in going to that, check it out. Also, they're having a bando block party. It's, I think, 2 venues in one. You can check that out. That'll be a cute little party to go to after you've recuperated from the tailgate and the game and everything in Yard Fest. They also have a wine and whiskey experience that you can go to that night. Look into those tickets. That might be a nice little chill move. Also, DC has a whole bunch of lounges and other things that I'm sure will be having stuff that just aren't part of the Howard Network that you can look into if that's what you're interested in going to. So definitely check those out. During the day, there's going to be a brunch for the Howard Law School. If you're an alumni, current student, or interested in that, that's something I'm personally interested in. So definitely see if you can get some information or see if you know somebody who can get some information. If you just want to do a brunch Saturday morning before you start drinking, that's always a great thing. Put some food on that liquor. All right, let's look into Sunday. For Sunday, brunch, day party, brunch, day party, brunch. That's basically what Sunday is. There's so many different brunches that you can go to, like literally so many different brunches for you to go to. They have the Lost brunch, they have the Hangover, the Bad and Boozy, they have the Big Bison brunch. They got brunches at restaurants that are just there. Like, brunch is a thing for DC. So the biggest thing in DC right now are brunches, and a lot of these brunches specifically during homecoming are going to turn into day parties after brunch time is over, so around 4 o'clock. So definitely look into that. You might be too tired, but you can definitely look into that and get you some good food with some music and some more alcohol and enjoy yourself on your Sunday before you take your behind back home to your family or your job. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about the parties that I'm specifically going to, and that is going to be what sets us up into the next few videos that I'm going to be posting. So, as of right now, I will be getting in on Friday. So my parties and my events are all going to go from Friday to Sunday because I leave on Monday. The first party that I will be attending for sure is definitely the privilege party on Friday. I may jump into some of the other parties that are on Friday. Right now I have not decided yet because of the time that I am arriving, but I definitely know that that night I will be going to the privilege party. So if you're there, hit me up. If you see me there, say what's up. That's going to be on Friday. On Saturday, I'm really interested in going to that HU law school brunch that morning on Saturday. Of course, I'm going to be at the tailgate for one of the law school sororities. I'm going to be there, mixing and mingling with those girls. I'm also going to be at Yard Fest, so definitely if you see me, say what's up. And then that night, I'm going to be going to the Howard Law School alumni event that they are having. They're having a cute little alumni party for the Howard University Law School class of 2008. I'll put the flyer, of course, in this video for all of the events I will be going to, but I'll definitely be going to that on Saturday. And that is my Saturday move. For Sunday, I have signed up for some brunches. I'm not 100% sure what brunch exactly I'm going to, sorry, but I'll definitely have made my decision somewhere throughout this series and let you guys know. Definitely will be at a brunch, possibly will be at a day party, or I might just decide to enjoy the city. I just don't know, but I definitely will be eating brunch. And I possibly will be at a day party. So I'll let you know those deets later on, but I'll definitely put the flyers of the day parties in this video. I'll put the flyers for the parties that I'm going to in this video, and I'll definitely let you guys know as the series progresses what my moves will be. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I really want to stress that it is important to follow me on my social media, specifically my Instagram, my Twitter, maybe my Snapchat. I don't really like Snapchat, but I'm really trying to use it, but definitely my Instagram and my Twitter to get all the deets on me moving and shaking and preparing these next few videos for you guys. It is very imperative because there's a lot of things that I'm going to be able to post on my social media that I won't be able to upload here, and I want you guys to get the full experience on preparing to go to a homecoming, specifically Howard's. So feel free to add me on all social media platforms. My social media platforms will be listed in the description box. Feel free to like and comment this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to look forward to in this series of Howard Homecoming and all of the bad bouginess that's about to take place. The next video I'm hoping is going to be either my fashion video or a wig video to let you guys see some of the fashions and some of the wigs that I'm going to be sporting for this good old trip. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, bye!